Hello friends, Christian here with Brick Life Crisis, and today we're taking a look at the LEGO architecture set for Venice. This is set number 21026. It's recommended for ages 12 and up and consists of 212 pieces. This is the first of the architecture sets that we've reviewed on this channel, so if you like this and would like to see more, let us know in the comments below. Yeah, let's not waste any more time. So in the box we have three bags. There's a larger one, a small one, and kind of a medium one, and this rather nice and rather thick instruction book. Inside the instruction book we have a little bit of history or just some basic information about Venice, along with some really nice color photographs. And then they have some information about the individual micro build pieces that are in the set. So this bridge, for example, is one of the little builds. This is the Rialto Bridge. Then we also have the Bridge of Sighs, St. Mark's Campanile, I think is how you say it, St. Mark's Basilica. We have St. Theodore and Lion of Venice columns. We've got all kinds of stuff in here. So it's also in a couple of different languages. These are sets, of course, that are designed for international release. So these are in Spanish, French, Italian, and the directions are back here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started building, and I'll be right back with you. And here we have Venice in all of her majesty. Starting off on the extreme left, we have the Rialto Bridge. This is one that you've no doubt seen in movies and certainly in pictures and stuff if you haven't seen it in real life. The archway down here, it's a little bit tough to see, but they have some trans blue tiles down there that are supposed to represent water going under the bridge. And that's where you have probably seen pictures and video of the gondoliers singing to passengers as they go underneath the bridge. That's a kind of an iconic bridge there. Then in the middle here we have St. Mark's Basilica. That is one of the most beautiful churches in all of Italy. Here we have St. Mark's Campanile. This is the big tower. This is a print up here on top. It's the lion, the winged lion, which is the symbol of St. Mark. And then we also have over here the statues of St. Theodore and the winged lion, which is represented here by this clip piece. And then we have a microfigure representing St. Theodore. And then here we have the Bridge of Sighs. This is probably the least impressive build in the set, in that it's kind of tough to make out what it is. In reality, there are two large buildings that run the length of the canal, and this just goes in between the two of them. There are some pictures in the manual, so let me show you those so you get an idea of what these things look like. So this is the Rialto Bridge. This is the one that I was talking about, that the gondoliers will take you underneath. And this is St. Mark's Basilica, and this piece here is represented on the Lego build with a printed sewer grate piece to pretty good effect, actually. In St. Mark's Campanile, this I'm sure you've seen before. It's represented at the Venice Hotel Casino in Las Vegas, and then of course the real deal as pictured here. You also get a hint of the winged lion down there. And here we have a better photograph of the winged lion and the statue of St. Theodore, which are represented by a little clip piece and microfigure. This is the Bridge of Sighs, and as you can see along the edges on either side of the canal, there are long buildings going on either side of that bridge. So it's represented, I suppose, as well as they can in miniature micro Lego form, but as I say, it's the least impressive of these little builds, in my opinion. And they've also included a nice little picture of just some other buildings along with the gondolas in the canals of Venice. This is a city that is on my bucket list of places to visit. I've been to Italy, but I didn't make it to Venice, so hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to make it out there. And this is a picture of the main part of Venice from a bit of a distance, and you can see the Campanile is kind of towering over everything. And you can see the tops of the St. Mark's Basilica there. So it gives you kind of a nice overview in this photograph. Also, towards the back of the manual, there's a little bit of the history of the Lego architecture series. Yeah, overall, the instruction book is really nicely done. Some really nice photographs in multiple languages. And then, of course, the build itself is relatively simple at just a little over 200 pieces, but I think it's a nice display piece, and it's a great conversation piece, particularly if you have been to Venice and want to kind of explain about things that you saw to people that you're telling about your travels. But I think overall it's a really nicely done set. There are no stickers in the set, so down towards the bottom we have a printed tile that says Venice. We have the printed tile here, the sewer grate piece on the Basilica, and then, as I mentioned before, we have the printed winged lion on that 2x2 brick. So anyway, for my first ever build of an architecture set, I gotta say I'm pretty pleased. The whole idea of architecture Lego sets I think is pretty cool, particularly these skyline type sets. I have several of them, including New York and London, and I have the Capitol building, several others that we hope to be doing on the channel soon. In fact, if you want to leave a comment below and let me know which ones you'd like to see next, we can go in your order of preference. So anyway, this has gone on long enough. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. As I say, let us know which one you want to see next. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Tell your friends. If you happen to have your own Lego channel, leave the name of it in the comments below and we'll come check you out. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care.